Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. AOR proudly presents the final round of the RX Light series here in the rather cold Scotland. It's Bannochbrea, a place that is very long and looks like England. So, yeah, have that as you will. Joining me today is my one and none, Mr. Commentator. It is the beautiful Vectro. Say hello, Vectro.
Hello everyone, doing the co-commentaries and the cameras once again for this beautiful track. Unfortunately, the last round already. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this race. We've got a really intense championship battle going on, and we've also got a special guest in our commentary box.
To introduce him, he is one of the quickest drivers in the GT3 Elite season last time, and it is the one and only, it is Mr. Thomas Ethan 2001.
Yep, hello. Nice to be in the box for a little bit, talk to you guys. It's nice to be here.
Indeed, so GT3 around the corner after RX Light, and we have to say, the season's looking good next season, so keep an eye out for that. Of course, Ethan's here to give us a little bit of a roundup, of course, for next season.
Yes, yeah, I am here to just go over what is coming around the corner, and to be honest, I was getting ready for this because like season 11 was a brilliant season, like hands down probably one of the best seasons. Season 12 is gearing up to probably be even better. We've got so many esports teams coming into tier 1, it's unbelievable. Like looking back at season 10, like there was only like Veloci, you know, Veloci Oli D. Now we've got VSR, VP Gaming, ESR, EPR, and the recent Inside Racing team, one of the newer teams. It's going to be unbelievable, and it's so close at the moment. The top 3 in time trial is only separated by like 8/10 of a second, and obviously that's only time trial. God knows how more competitive it's going to get as the season starts up, but it's only going to get more and more fun and competitive as the season progresses through.
Yeah, and I'll also be there to race, hopefully, if I make it into tier 1. If I do not make it into tier 1, I will gladly commentate the season, so I will be involved anyway.
Indeed, well, 12 drivers racing here today, and the season is close as ever. Top 2 separated by just about 3 points, and of course, so Racelot and Kamikaze. Vector, you have the rundown on the championship standing, so let you run it down.
Yeah, I'm starting it up right now. One quick little moment. Yeah, the points as of now are VP Racelot leads the championship. Let's see where he is. There he is. He leads with 162 points. 1 point in front of the Kaiser. So Kaiser has everything to play for. He only needs 1 point to beat him. Third in the standings is VP Kamikaze. 4 points behind his teammates Sir Racelot. 3 points behind the Kaiser. And Joshua Luke is 25 points behind. So it's hard for him to do anything. But the points scoring system is as follows. The first position gets 35 points. Second 30. Third 27. So 1 DNF for one of the VP boys. And 1 win for Joshua Luke. It is a long shot, but we've got at least a 3-way title scrap on our hands.
Indeed. In terms of the constructors, however, it's looking all good for the VP boys. Of course, they've got about a 64-point lead in the constructor standings. Of course, compare that to, I believe, is Fogarty and his teammate
Kaiser
as well, and Kaiser, and they're in P2 in the standing, 64 points back in the standing. So the constructors looks like it's all to be sealed so far, but still a long way to go, and 22 minutes to go in qualifying around this circuit.
We've already got 3 people with penalties. We've got Infinity, Neo, and David Ben already with penalties. Infinity 2 places on the grid. Neo 1 grid place, and David Ben 1 grid place. So that's not an ideal start for the first race for them.
Indeed, remember, the second race will be slightly different than the first race. The formation lap will not be the full length, so they'll be starting just after the first bridge out of the first corner. So expect racing lap to be a little bit shorter due to, well, the length of this circuit. About 5 or 6 kilometres. It is very long, winding their way around Scottish roads, up a mountain, and over a very, very beautiful bridge, the old viaduct there. We're currently on board with Neo Nostra then, taking us around a nice gentle lap around Bannochbrea. And
Yeah, we're going on board with him.
wildlife.
We're going over for him for a moment to let you see the starting position for the race 2. Right before this bridge here, they'll be getting underway, and the next corner will be the first corner for race 2 with the rolling start. And of course, the order for that starting grid will be the finishing order of race 1, and he's got into the barrier.
Indeed, taxable a little bit heavy there, so unfortunately there, past all the cows and sheep and other animals are available, a few bulls in there as well. I have to say that it's going to be interesting, that turn 1 of course, just after the formation lap. It's going to be tight, narrow, and there is Michael hitting some cows. They look up in disgust, they've ruined their grazing in the field, and they are not happy there.
The cows are freezing out there, and they cannot reach the grass, and it's all frozen. I really feel bad for the cows. There's no place for them to get inside.
Indeed, we're going to have to potentially look into that for animal cruelty there from the Scottish. They have left their cows to freeze, and some sheep as well, but the sheep are fine. They've got their own woolly coat. David Ben talking about driving. Looks to be potentially Ethan's teammate next season. Is it not, Ethan?
I don't know, but I am being a VSR assistant manager. I don't know how much information I can give. If you've been keeping up on my Twitter and Instagram, you will see I've been teasing some images of the potential car VSR will be running. I can give you the team name, Visceral Racing, in Elite. We've got a few drivers on the PC tier as well, and potentially the Xbox. The VSR is going full out this season. Can't give you the driver lineup for PS4 Elite yet, but we have got a few drivers going into PS4 in general, but I can't say who my teammate is yet and what car will be running. But keep up to date on my Twitter and Instagram. You'll eventually find out soon.
Cheeky little plug there. Of course, don't forget to follow all of our Twitters, and don't forget also to follow at Apex on Racing to keep up to date for all the action going on around the motorsport world and in general AOR as well. Kaiser so far just going around the hill. There is a race lot passing the cows and sheep, and a few tractors there as well. A couple of bulls in there, so I'm not sure that's allowed, but not exactly a farmer. But past the church and through the very quick chicane. This chicane, easy to catch a driver, right? You clip the inside wall and that outside wall will murder you. I've witnessed many an accident down there, and Veteran knows me too well. I hit that wall far too often, and that wall as well. Got to be careful there, and luckily this isn't real life, otherwise health and safety would be the utmost priority there. It's just a cliff to water.
Igor. Yeah, Igor. It was Igor who's got into the wall. A bit too early on turn in. He's gonna let Racelot go through here. He will not improve from this lap. He is currently 1/10 away from his teammate. He can surely improve. There's still 18 minutes to go. Oh! Kamikaze improved with a 2:43.9. So, Racelot, he still has a lot of laps and chances to do so, but he needs to get everything together to get on that pole position, which is crucial because, well, he wants to get out in front because it's so close.
So close. Remember, Leeds guys already are 5 seconds ahead of Soup in third. Soup, of course, I don't know if he's done as much practice today, of course, and hopefully, and he hits the wall there. That's a fence, and that's not what you want to do. Hopefully, he did well in his exams, of course. Did just recently, so hopefully he got the exams he wanted as well. Of course, all your mock exams, especially if you're in the UK, coming up tomorrow in English and Maths, I believe. So good luck to anyone who's actually doing that. If you're lucky like me, who aren't doing exams, I get a nice day off to relax. So that's fun. There's Kaiser, P3, and he's driving the beautiful, beautiful Star livery. I'm just going to call it the Star. I've always liked that livery. There he goes. Don't forget, secret bunker down there. Shouldn't have said that. No longer a secret. Anyway, there he goes. Past the cows and into the little bit of a snowbank there. Remember, of course.
Infinity comes through the line. Is he going to set a lap time this time? The yellow flag somewhere. There must be a car gone off. Yes, yeah. It's right after the bridge.
Yeah, right after the bridge. Someone's hit the wall down there. There goes Infinity, crosses the line. Remember, only 2 positions he's going to add to it. Doesn't set a lap yet. Of course, on an out lap. Remember, this circuit veteran, easy to go off at. And, well, talking about going off, into the wall, and there is Infinity. Exactly, on cue, back to the pits. It is a lot tighter than you think, so expect the field maybe a little bit spread out. And there's Michael, just coming down. That's at the top of the circuit into the last corner. General there, what's that one on the outside? Don't want to hit that fence. Easy to smack a car and spin it around. And especially flipping this circuit. Remember the jump veteran. I believe got a few drivers coming down just over to that sector there, just coming down the bridge. There goes Michael Cross on that. Let's see, can he get from P11? Where's he going to go? Currently lines himself P11 and goes up to P9 there currently, and he's the last person to set a lap time there, just behind Wim as well. Talking about Wim, there he is, up there somewhere in the mountains. There he is. The camera is looking for him. They found him at last. There he is, driving the little black and white car over the beautiful, beautiful little bridge there. Down on the brakes. Want to be careful here. Downhill braking, easy to let the car roll into the water. He taps the wall there in front of the cows, the spectators there grazing away. And there's some more spectators not grazing away.
They're all screaming moo.
Yeah, they are screaming and cheering for their drivers.
And Mikasi improved 1 second in front of his teammate right now. Is Racelot on the lap? Let's go on board.
This is coming through the last couple of corners now into the last corner. In front of the cows and sheep, chucks it in there. And the Scottish man in his home nation, in his territory as well. Passing all the boats, they're passing the little lake on the right. Comes to the line in just a few moments. It's a long run as well. A short run into turn 1, but a long run down to the finish line. Crosses the line, so Racelot, where's he going to go then? Still P2. Improves to 2/10 off the pole sitter there, so an impressive lap so far, but still a little bit to find. And off goes Kamikaze.
Oh, Kamikaze gone off.
Yeah, that is just on the exit of the bridge there. He's got it stuck down there. And oh, dear God!
He's been hit by Neo.
Neo Nostra straight to the side into the cockpit there, and God for heavens, hope he's okay there. That's a hefty little impact there. Neo struggling there a little bit, but comes back on his way. He's not going to be happy about that.
Luckily, damage is off.
Yeah, luckily damage is off. Update, by the way, if you were watching last week as well, and you probably have noticed, Vector has got his PS Plus back, and yeah, the mountain in the background is not spawned in, but never mind that. Infinity's hit the wall, and it's good to have you back, Vector, by the way.
Yeah, I'm really glad I'm back. Hopefully, everyone else is also glad I'm back. If you're not, please be don't be afraid to tell me so. I can always take some critic, and I want to improve all the time. But luckily, I am back. I'm really looking forward to this race. I missed the second run, the best one of the season in my opinion, last time out. And this time I have got 90 days of PS Plus, so it will not run out.
Indeed, whilst I have many days of PS Plus, I don't know how many. But either way, down the hill goes Infinity. And talking about last week, of course, we had that titanic scrap between both the VP boys. It ended in a little bit of argy-bargy and a bit of contact. Now, that was taken to the stewards and it was deemed no action to be taken in fair racing. Infinity over the jump he goes. And you can see, Vector, if we go to VP, when they get to there, so Racelot, Kamikaze, just look at the speed they go through there compared to it. It's a lot quicker, so Racelot currently through chicane. You want to be careful you don't hit that wall. It's very tight and very narrow, so hitting it is the utmost priority you don't do, but if you do it, it's going to end in tears.
It really is. It's so hard, and one wrong judgment and it's all gone wrong. It is not a really hard corner, but if you underestimate it, it can really ruin your day.
Indeed. Let's have a look. So Racelot down the hill, full speed up here. It's at about 200 kilometers an hour. It's about just over a little bit of speed there. I'm not exactly certain. Look how much airborne he got compared to almost. Full speed. Chuck it into the last couple of corners. Bridge over he goes. The water slightly frozen down below. Into the last corner. Chuck it in nice and gently. Let the car sway outwards a little bit. Watch out for the wall on the outside. A little bit tentative there. Only 12 minutes to go in qualifying. Build the speed up down to the line. 180 kilometers an hour up to about 200 kilometers an hour there. That's, I believe, about 130 miles an hour potentially. I'm not too certain off the top of my head. Someone do correct me in the chat if I am wrong about that one. And through turn 1 he goes. There on his way. 1 second down on his last lap time. There's Wim. P8 so far. And by the way, good to see Sue back as well. He looks to be the best of the rest so far currently. 3.7 seconds off the pace, but a full just under 2 seconds ahead of the Kaiser. So, Soup, you have to wonder, he could have been somewhere in this championship. Unfortunately, had to miss that round last time out, and a few others before that really may have cost him in the championship, don't you think, Vetro?
I think it really cost him, especially his DNF at Netherlands, of course. It's he was consistently in third position, right about where Kaiser was, and I think he would have really gone into this fight if he wanted to. By the way, Joshua, look, I was just looking at something. He's not in here. He's not racing tonight.
Yeah, he is not a good spot there. We're missing a few drivers here today. And Joshua Luke isn't one of them there, so that is a real shame there in the foreground. You can see a very sideways car. And there's Kaiser going sideways as well. Just do apologise, by the way, for the small graphical glitches you're seeing on your screen in the background there. As Neo Nostra flies through the corner. And past the cows who are still grazing, enjoying life as a cow would normally do. David Ben there, he is. And of course, expecting the unexpected.
Infinity.
He could get himself up in the championship here, Veteran, around about 4th position potentially. If he can get a good few positions in. And he hits the wall. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
And not if he does that. That's going to be interesting. There's a car coming up and he chucks it back into the pit lane there and goes back on his merry way. Neo Infinity and David Ben still to set lap times, but here is Jam coming to the line. Let's see what he can do then in his version of the car. Comes to the line, builds the speed up, and just past all the yacht and other stuff across the line. Where does he go? And he's a second down. There's David Ben getting out of the way. Nicely does it there. The owl comes through turn 1, and there's David Ben coming through in his orange car in the foreground. Do get comments in the chat, so Racelot goes flying a 10th up on his sector time, so this could be a really good lap. Through the bridge, chuck it in, nice and gently, over the viaduct, into the last couple of corners, past the old medical car, just in case someone goes off that. Hope they don't, because it's a very cold river. It's about -10 on circuit. I had a look earlier on, so a very chilly session. And hopefully the drivers have got nice warm cocoa in the cars, or other drinks are available. So Racelot crosses the line, can he improve? Get up on pole potentially. Let's see, improves, not enough. 47 thousandths between them. And Vetro, they are getting very toasty between the pair of them.
Yeah, it looks like it. They're again in a league of their own, 3 seconds in front of Soup, but less than half a tenth difference between them. It's still all up for grabs. If Racelot can hook one more lap together, he certainly has what it takes to get on pole position, but can he also do it in one big run? No, not this one though.
That. Not if he does that, Vector. Hits the walls, pirouettes around 360 degrees, and now he's pulling back. Must be careful, a few cars coming up behind him, a little bit further back. That might be his teammate, actually, not too far behind him, not too exactly certain. His teammate, actually, there he is coming over the bridge.
Complete opposite of the track.
Yes, the complete opposite. He's up the top of the circuit, just coming down the back of the circuit. The characteristic of the circuit, just like Suzuka, it is a figure-of-8 circuit. It goes over each other once. In fact, it almost goes over each other twice sometimes in some cases. It's beautiful, delicate, and incredibly tight. The bridge section, if you want to watch out, Vetcher, if you go on board with Igor, actually, you can really just see how tight it really is.
Just something I also noticed, Igor's gone in the 3rd position. Kaiser has been demoted to 5th position, so that's catastrophic for the championship. Kaiser is in 2nd position. He needs to get up there because it's really hard to overtake him on this track, of course. And if he does not get any improvement in qualifying, things are looking not so good in the race for him as of this moment.
Indeed. I have to say, for Tomo, it's going to be interesting. It's a lot tighter than the other circuits this season. There is a higher chance of an accident. So you have to wonder, are the drivers going to take it a little more tentative here up the front because of the championship position? Do you think they're just going to go for steam ablaze and hope for glory?
I think not the latter option. I think the first option, of course. It's a really unforgiving surrounding, or you have just really hard rocks, or you're going to fly straight into a farm. So accidents here will really be an accident, and I think some people will be taking it a bit more cautiously, even if it's in their subconsciousness. Well, of course they will all push. Battling side by side will not be possible as much as we've seen on Silverstone, but I think nonetheless it will be a really intriguing race, and I think this is actually also the first race I've ever seen around this track myself, so I'm really looking forward to it.
I go back.
Tiger taking the jump really cautiously.
Yeah, taking nice courses in front of the cows. I don't want to scale them. Really still yet to set a lap time. You can just really see the difficulty of this circuit. David Ben, 18 seconds, and Neo 20 seconds. And Neo struggling this season, unfortunately. Hopefully he can pull back in the race. It's a long race. A circuit, 6 laps we believe. The first race, 7 laps for the second. So expect a little bit of a longer race here. Through he comes, there goes the Kaiser, checking in. You can just see the path slowly starting to frost over through the last corner. He comes gentle on the power, a third gear, build up the speed to fourth then. Nice and through here, 160 kilometers an hour crosses the line in just a brief moment. Let's have him there, another couple of cars, and don't get your comments in the chat, by the way, we do love to see them. Like someone Christopher in the chat there, sorry I cannot pronounce your rest of your name, just like Monaco there. So tight and so narrow, one mistake and you're going off the circuit. Unfortunately, like Monaco, if you go off on this circuit, you're hitting either a cow or some spectators. Or the ocean, actually, because there's a nice little river there, very frozen. There's a few icebergs in it floating around. Don't want to go off
some
down
rocks
there.
because there's massive mountains or some place on the circuit. If you go off at those mountains, yeah, it's
bad day in the office.
It's not going well.
It will be a bad day in the office. So race a little there under the viaduct it goes. A beautiful viaduct, by the way. It's sort of British architecture, and of course Scotland as well. And it's a beautiful little circuit. Well, let's try to say little. It's enormous. It's one of the largest circuits I've seen, but a lap time is only 2 minutes 43. So, for the size the circuit is, they're going so quickly around it because the speed is one of the highest. You're on the throttle the most. And just look at Kamikaze here as he comes just over the bridge there. Down on the brakes. And it's a tricky little corner, this one as well. Down on the brakes, there is one of the cars in the background. I believe that might be Fogarty there in the background. And Kamikaze built a speed up down the straight, and there's Fogarty. There he is, just behind him.
It's not him, it's Kaiser.
Yeah, Kaiser there. My apologies there to Kaiser. Down in fifth. This is not where he wants to be, Vetcher, is it? He needs to be up there in the top three if he has any chance of winning this championship.
Yeah, like I said, he needs to win at least, or maybe get second if Raceland gets third to get that 1 point again. He's only 1 point behind. Let's see, he has won a total of 0 races this season, but he's just been really consistent. He's been second, he's been fifth, he's been fourth, and a lot of luck. And of course, the disconnection from Racelot did not help him. But Racelot, his worst result was second. So
Racelot
I think on
just
true pace,
fastest, by the way. Vetcher, sorry to cut over that. 5 tenths quicker than his teammate there. So Kamikaze now is it all to work for, and someone goes into the wall heavy there. That's Near in the background there, going into the wall. Down into turn 1, but gets away with it. Indeed, it wasn't. Dave Ben just sitting behind him. So now all the pressure now switches to Kamikaze. He needs to get a mega lap in now to beat his teammate. Can he do it? Let's find out. Build the speed, build the power. Down the last couple of corners he comes. The yellow flag's flying in sector 2 for one of the cars. But Kamikaze, there he goes. Through the last corner, chuck it in, just let the rear end step out there if he can. Doesn't look to be on the best lap so far, a little bit tentative again. So, he's going to have possibly 1 or 2 more attempts, Vetcher, if he can get it in. It's going to be very close, but can he improve?
well, let's wait and see. The finishing line is right there. He cannot improve this lap. The time he needs is actually in the red, so unfortunately not. But let's go on board with this lap and let's see where he can find some time.
3 minutes to go in qualification. There he goes through the little the enclave there, very close to the wall there. Little valley, so I'd say, kind of. Walls on either side ready to catch you out. The wall on the outside, that'll cost him a little bit of time here. Chucking in left, the sun glaring down on the circuit here, glaring into the driver's eyes, just into one of the tricky corners on the circuit. Chuck it right, let the car step out. There goes a little bit deep there, and that's not going to help him there. He wants to be a bit more shallow there, but let's see, how's the sector time? He's up, but only just the elusive 17 thousandths up so far. He needs a mega 5 tenths to find, and Igor in P3 needs to find 3.5 actually exactly the same gap, I suppose. He's exactly 3 seconds behind Kamikaze, ironically there. So little fun little thing I just spotted there. Up the hill he comes. Let's see sector times coming up in a brief moment for him again, and this is where the make or break of qualifying will happen. 1 minute to go. Well, 1 minute 50 to go in the session. Chuck it left, past the cows, and through he goes gently on the power, gently let the rear end step out. Through he comes. Nice and casual over the curve. That'll cost him a little bit of
That's
time.
got lots of minutes of time.
Yeah, that'll cost him a bit more time than he wants. We'll find out split right about now as he comes through the chicane. We'll find out in a brief moment, is it up or down? So Racelot improves 1.5 seconds up. That surely's done it, Vectra. That's surely all he needs to do now. Can Kamikaze find anything in this session? He's been left for dead. He's not feeling very well. So Racelot said he's not confident around this circuit. And he bangs out a lap time that's almost godlike. But can, and this is the big thing, can Kamikaze do anything? Down the crest, over the jump. Let's find out. He's only 4 tenths up. He needs to find another second somewhere around this lap. Struggles through here. And this looks to be an improvement, but it doesn't look to be enough. Again, on the power.
He's got one more chance after this. One more chance.
Chance remaining. One more attempt. One more attempt to freedom and glory. To beat Scotland at their own game. Can Norway topple Scotland from the perch? He's improved by 8 attempts. He needs to find another 8 attempts. He found 3 attempts in that last sector. Oh, it's the wall.
Oh,
it's all over.
Surely
that's all over. We'll never say he's going to carry on, but that's going to put a huge dent in his lap. He's going to carry on.
Kaiser, by the way,
yeah.
I think he's gone off. No, he's not. But anyway, Kaiser has improved to 4th position. So that's a lot better for him. Maybe he can improve or do something else in the final lap of this qualifying session. Fogarty will be the first to cross the line. Next. Actually the second, but I do not know who the next one is.
Yeah, Fogarty,
let's see, can Fogarty improve anything on his lap time?
See through the last corner. Super in the chat, by the way. No practice is taking its toll. This literally the first time I've driven this circuit. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, had exams all week, and hopefully he got all the qualifications and passes he wanted, of course. And like I said, everyone tomorrow in England and all over the world, if you're doing exams around the world, hopefully do have fun tomorrow. Fogarty crosses the line. Let's see, can he get from up 6? That's the best quality he's done in a long while. Can he improve? He does, but not by enough. Top 3
Janet's will be the next to cross the line. He needs 1/10. Bit more.
1/10 to improve that. Crosses the line. Janet crosses the line. Can he find it a little bit? Yes, he can. Goes up to 7th position there. Now, Infinity, he's backed off of his lap there, so he looks done. Janet as well, so it looks like Kaiser might be one of the last drivers to finish a lap here. Up the hill, through the chicane he comes then. He's got the entire circuit to himself. Through he comes, right, then left, almost pretty much flatlining the corner. Lem, get the speed down the hill. And this is where the speed really builds up. Nice and gentle here. You do not want to overcook it because the wall on the outside, easy to snap a victim and easy to throw your car off a cliff. Down he comes, left. Then a quick right over the viaduct he'll come then. For the last time in qualification here. Can he improve? Let's see. Coming to the split. Is he up? Is he down? He needs to find 1.7 seconds to get himself in P3. It's a tall order. 7 tenths up. That's not a lot low. He's still a long way off through the last couple of corners. Can he find any more time? Nice up against the wall. That smoke billowing out the rear tyres. They're absolutely on the ragged edge. Through he comes. The last corner. Nice inside us. That'll cost him a little bit of time. Let's see though. Is he going to find anything? He crosses the line. Builds the speed. And here comes the beautiful line. Then can the Kaiser do anything? Compared to Rigel, crosses the line, and the answer is a grand total of no, he will not.
Not enough.
So,
the final finishing order then. VP Racelot. This will be his most important pole position, I think, of the season. First position for him. Kamikaze, 7 tenths behind in 2nd position. Igor, a good 3rd position. Kaiser, a little bit disappointing 4th position, but still solid. Supercooler 5th, even though he did not practice. C. Fogarty in 6th, Janice in 7th, Wim Stradamus is in 8th. Michael Nell is in 9th, David Bennett in 10th. Of course, they'll have all grid places. Infinity's got 2 grid places, and he finds himself down the order in 11th. Nia Nostra is in 12th, also with 2 grid places.
Well, let's get ready then for the race to begin in a few moments' time. So Racelot will be leading the backline for Scotland. Neo Nostra down the backline, bring up the rear of the field for himself there. Fogarty in P6, he's in the grand total of the middle. Expect the unexpected in this race. A short run down to turn 1, a quick left-hander. It tightens up into the exit of the right as well, especially down into turn 2. So it's going to be interesting. Better is the Kaiser, there is Igor, Kamikaze on the outside. He'll have the inside for the next corner, so Racelot is going to have to cover off Kamikaze immediately, Vetcher, isn't he?
Yes, he is, and if Kamikaze can hold it around the outside, if Racelot does not block him too much, we will be up for a really good battle, I think, because you'll have, of course, like you said, the inside for the next corner, and maybe you'll get another titanic battle as we've seen last week.
Indeed. Session is counting down, by the way, 30 minutes to go. Session expected to begin in just a few moments' time. It's Dayan. Well, there we go then. So Racelot is on the left. Kamikaze is on the right. And we're getting ready. Those 5 red lights are coming on here for the final round of the RX Light Championship. And it is go. And it's a good start.
Good start.
But Kamikaze, he bolts away then. And that's what he wanted. That's what we feared could happen. He bolts away into the lead there. An absolutely storming start. Everyone comes through turn 2 into turn 1 and 2 then. Are we going to see contact or anyone going off? Doesn't look like it yet. So clean away. Igor there and Soup in P5. He has a bit of a slow start as he comes down to turn number 2. Are we going to see it clean into the wall there? Goes a few drivers. Soup involved. A few cars in the background scraping as well. Yeah, David Bannoch. Good spot there, Vector, into the wall at the background there. But Kamikaze leads this pack already then. A good start from his teammates.
A really good start. He got off the line correctly.
God, it happened immediately. There's been a crash. There's a multiple accident here. Super just evades a massive pile up there. And that was Fogarty involved as they're going 3-4 abreast down to the hill. Infinity involved. Michael, Neo Nostra, David Ben now down the back, and Fogarty stuck on the bridge there. So Racelot really hunting his teammate now and trying to get through. In fact,
he's gone back through again. He's got into the lead.
And here's the Kaiser
now. Here comes the Kaiser. The 3 championship leaders all in front. Let's see. Oh, going to make a big mistake. He's going to cost him a lot. Igor's coming through.
Igor's going to pounce on it. It does do so then. So a small mistake costs massively, but good retaking the lead there for Sir Racelot. That's what he wants to do to win this championship. He needs to be winning this race. Kaiser needs to win this race if he has a chance. So Racelot also, he's got to win as well. So it's so interesting. Any of these top 3 will win the championship if they will win the race. Anything can happen. Infinity, Neo, David Ben and Fogarty right down the back, of course, after the contact with Soup. Soup, luckily though, hasn't dropped any positions. The top 2 fly their way through the chicane for the first time of only 6. The light is fading, and there's the rest of the field. Are we going to see any cars going off through there? Let's hope not. Doesn't look like it. They're all nice and clean through there on the first lap. That's some good stuff to see. And look at the top 2 though. Only 1 single attempt apart. This is very close at the top of the pedigree then. In the back you can see there. That looks to be Jan and Soup battling there. And yeah, Wim, Jan and Soup all battling away down there. And Soup takes 2 cars in 1 position. So Soup says, thank you very much. I'll have that. Sunshine. 3 goes up to P5. So that is what he wants to do in his championship hunt as well. Of course, for the first time anyone going to make a mistake through there. Looks like they've all got cleanly through though, Bets. For the first lap, though, I say that. Rim hasn't. In the wall, there's going to be contact. Nobody's just avoided it. David Ben and a few others just about managed to get past. And, well, I mentioned no mistakes. And, well, one happens immediately. So unfortunately,
he will join Fogarty at the back, unfortunately. Yeah. But here comes Kamikaze.
In the slipstream. No opportunity, Vector, to find a way through here. He needs Sir Racelot to make a critical mistake. We saw this last time out in Silverstone, Vector. These 2 so close together. They're almost hitting each other in some points. In fact, they did hit each other controversially in the last couple of corners of the last race. So it's going to be interesting, and they're going to try it again here. Kamikaze diving down the inside. He's desperate here for this victory, Vector.
He needs it. He needs it to become champion. He's 4 points behind. If he wins this and Racelot comes second, I think the difference will be 5 points. So the difference will be 1 point in the advantage of Kamikaze. So whoever wins this race has got the best papers to win the championship.
Indeed, with it slow there. That's cost him about 7 attempts. There is Kaiser. He's now down to P4. This is not where he wanted to be in the championship hunt as well. He's miles off the top 2, and that just shows that the top 2 are in the class of their own. In the wall there, goes Infinity, tapped the wall there slightly. Fogarty battling with Wimstrand down. That is 12th and 11th. Oh my
big accident.
Goodness me! And that there is Rimstrass going into the wall there, and Neo somehow involved as well. So Neo's gone off then, and Rimstrass has gone straight.
Neo's gone off, and Wim couldn't avoid.
Yeah, so contact between those two there, and well, very luckily not to roll over here. And back on, you can see there everyone running nice and close there. Kaiser, and actually Kaiser's going to go through, and Igor's made a mistake. Kaiser through. Igor went wide and got on the curb there, and Kaiser goes straight through, but does the same thing. Luckily though, this chicane's here, so no way through here. It'll be a very, very audacious attack to go through there. Top 2 closing right back up, Vectro.
Yeah, 3 tenths between them now, 4 tenths. It's fluctuating a bit. It was 6 tenths, but they're not letting each other go. See everyone through the chicane.
Yeah, nice and
It's a really dangerous position, of course. One mistake and it's bye-bye church.
Yeah, it's bye-bye the old church area. Up the hill then. Hopefully they're praying as well they don't go into the wall. Oh no!
Oh, he's gone off!
Off goes the top 2. They're both in the wall. They're both in the wall, and the top 2. This is going to have catastrophic effects for the championship. They both go off, and now out of nowhere, it looks like
here comes Igor
through. He's not close enough, and Igor hits the wall, and so does Kaiser hit the wall. They're all hitting the wall. What's going on? They're all off. This is absolutely incredible.
Dear.
Top 4 in the wall. Luckily, they're all just about to survive, and now this brings the field back down together, and so Racelot now leads.
He's still in the lead. He's got lucky that Kamikaze also made a mistake. But I think Kamikaze, of course, he did not expect Racelot to make a mistake, and he just got startled by it a bit, and of course followed him through into the accident. But they will, I think, still run away. So I think they've gone away cleanly with that. But of course, you never know. If they make one more mistake, Igor and Kaiser have got really good papers to do something really good in this race. And Kamikaze got a bit wide.
Yeah,
can Igor try anything?
Igor, he's closed back up, but now the question is, can he somehow take a surprise position here? I don't feel it like they're going to. These top 2 have got so much pace compared to the others, but absolutely incredible to see them both making the same mistake at the same time, and now the top 4, 5 cars you can see in the same camera shot. This is what we like to see. Soup there now lines himself just behind these lot, and now top 5 separated by just 5 seconds, and the cows are going wild.
Yeah, indeed, the cows really are getting what they paid for. They have to stay in the cold to enjoy this. They've done a gone off, by the way.
Yeah.
Just gotta watch out for people behind. Everything goes well. At least the sheep have got some kind of an advantage because they have wool. Yeah, but anyway, enough about the farm animals. We're here to race.
In these monsters of a machine, the old monsters of these Ford Focuses. Where they go, and they can see one of the ambulances there in the background ready to collect anyone who goes off. Kamikaze is close, but nowhere through here to get. Kamikaze just has to settle here and hope so Racelot makes another mistake and not do the same mistake, and just look like they just got carried with each other, Vetri. So Racelot went wide and Kamikaze got dragged with him.
Yeah, it kind of has was as well. I think, of course, that jump is a really tricky place. Maybe it's too much to that hill.
And Rachel's made a mistake. This is a big mistake. Now this is the opportunity he is looking for down the hill, side by side, the 2 teammates, and Kamikaze takes the lead here against his teammate. Then in his home nation of Scotland, Kamikaze back into the lead, but goes wide again. Hits the wall slightly, and so Racelot's going to come straight back for an attempt. But no, has to back off this time. In the background, you can see they're pulling miles away from Igor now. Straight away, 3 seconds. Look up the inside. They're going to make contact. They do make contact. So Racelot off into the wall. My goodness. And off in the background goes Igor. And now look at Soup now attacking Kaiser.
Soup in 5th position without any practice. He is battling with the 2nd position man in the championship. 1 point behind Racelot. This is not what he needs. If he finishes in 4th, it's going to be all over for him.
But it is now Kamikaze with a massive opportunity now to just be a surprise winner of the championship. He's leading the race now by 2 seconds. This is what he needs to do. So Racelot buckled there under pressure, made a small mistake, and a small mistake here is a massive mistake.
Yeah, you're right, and let's actually get an update on the standings as it is now. The difference between them is 4 points. A win here takes 35 points, and second position is 30. So, as it stands now, Kamikaze will go into the last race with a slight lead of 1 point. So, if it stays like it is now, whoever wins next race will be crowned champion of these two.
He did never see anything though, actually. These top 2, if they go off or something, Igor and Kaiser could still come through and win this championship. If these top 2 take each other off, God hope they do not. But anything can happen. They've gone off once together. And look, Kamikaze
Yes, they
drop back. Already half a second dropping back now. So Racelot really is on it for the chocolate biscuit hit. He wants this and he's going for it. His home nation of Scotland cheering him on. The sheep and cows cheering him on. They're getting cold. Well, the cows aren't. The sheep are a little bit warmer. But either way, never mind the sheep and cows. We've got a motor race to look into. And so far, 3 cars together. And that's Souk, Kaiser and Igor all together. And Souk doing an impressive job so far. Okay, nice and gently free. It's such a beautiful shot, Vector, isn't it? That camera shot for you, Kane.
Yeah, it's a beautiful camera shot, and you're gonna see the sheer speed that go through there. You really need a lot of courage to go through there full speed, in real life at least. In the game it's a bit less, but still, you gotta hold your breath every time you go through it.
Indeed you do. So just soaring the wheel, they're just trying to find any thousandth hit. Dirty air not affecting. Kamikaze was absolutely...
2 laps ago.
Yeah, Kamikaze was way more able than he was in qualifying. He's going a lot quicker right now than he was in quali. I can tell you that much. He's a lot more confident here. Les this gaggle of cars, 3rd, 4th and 5th altogether. Behind Lem you've got Jan, Infinity and Fogarty there, all separated as well. And the field really spreads out as Soup has a little live up the inside that has to back off. In fact, he tries to get a good exit. Let's see, slipstream here. On board we go, the 45, that's struggling as Soup there driving round the outside of turn number 1. That's going to be brave. He's getting the squeeze here, but he's alongside. Now, into turn 1, the long way around. Is he going to do it? Yes, he does. As Kaiser has to back off of that one there, bravely so, does not want to risk it. Top 2 now closing right up.
They're closing up again.
Now this can and only will be interesting. 2 laps to go. What is going to happen here?
Camera up. There we go.
The cameraman doesn't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. This is incredible here. And look, so Racelot's already 2 tenths behind. Kamikaze made a mistake there. And now, so Racelot is right on him here. He's hunting for it here. He is going for the haggis.
Nice pun there, Evil. Anyway, again, a really close battle. Kamikaze needs this win or everything might be over for the championship for him, so he needs this. And Racelot needs to win as well to be sure of the championship, but is he going to do it around the outside? Surely not. Into the wall.
Yeah, into the wall. That might cost him 2 months there as the Ghost of the Abyss there in the background forms. Up the hill they go. Kamikaze pulls away. Igor there struggling away. Soup catching up a little bit. Soup get a podium here. Going to be very incredible.
He could do. He needs a bit of luck though. And but anyway, these guys are still battling. Anything can still happen. There's still 2 minutes to go. About 1 lap after this, so we will go into the next lap will be the last lap. So Kamikaze just needs to hold on. Igor got a penalty.
Yeah, Igor a penalty. So now Soup is on the podium.
That was a bit of luck. That was the bit of luck he needed. And now he's going through the chicane.
How big of a penalty? Imagine 2 seconds potentially. We'll have a look in a brief moment. But these top 2, 1 lap to go, still together, flying it down the hill together as per usual, pulling away like in formation of the red arrows. And it is the red VP boys. There we go though, down the hill. Soup just sitting behind. There is Kamikaze over the crest, far away, and their VP boys go to play, and hopefully they don't end up going You want to be careful there, they don't get too close when they go over that jump, because it's easy to collect each other there, isn't it?
Yeah, like we've seen a few laps ago, it's really easy to make a mistake there. But I think they are experienced enough not to make any more mistakes in the rest of this race.
1 lap to go there, 1 minute to go, and Soup now
Soup's
takes
gone
third.
through.
Yeah, Soup takes third then on merit. So, and on paper as well, so he's now officially in third, either way, on circuit with and without a penalty. And now he just needs to try and relax. He might win this race if these top two crash, we never know. Anything can happen. He's still got 2 minutes 46 seconds on lap time to go. 1 minute in the session remain before the flag drops. But, so Racelot now has to try and figure out a gap. This is an opportunity here. He has to look up the inside. They get very close. And they are now just argy-bargy up the inside. So Racelot has a look. Kamikaze runs wide, and that's Racelot takes the lead of this race. But Kamikaze fights back at it. He is not going to give up. Back round the outside. Side by side, he has the inside for the next corner. So Racelot is not giving up. Kamikaze is not giving up. They come down over the bridge. Now to see the outside line. Has a look down on the brakes. Gently through, and Kamikaze runs his car out wide. That covers him off. You are not coming through here, Sunshine. I will block for all my worth. But Kamikaze, can he do it for Scotland here? Can he beat the Norwegian driver in his home turf of Scotland? Let's see. He's got the crest to go up the hill, and he's coming to the last sector in a brief moment. And this is where the circuit gets its narrowest. It's his hardest to overtake veteran. Can he find a gap here?
The only position he can do it on is the last corner. That's a really good overtaking opportunity. I'm not really home at the... oh, there's a bit of lag. Hopefully there's not going to be a disconnection for him. He's got one the season earlier. That would be catastrophic. But anyway, Kamikaze, can he just hold on for just a few more corners? He's got a bit of a gap now.
Gently does it, gently on the power through the chicane for the last
Igor.
time then on race 1. Igor and Soup battling
Igor has
away.
actually...
Oh my goodness me, Igor's gone up rolling there. Something's gone catastrophically wrong for Igor. What on earth has happened to him? He's gone over somewhere there. Kamikaze though is coming down the hill for the last time in race 1. Is this going to be the scene then for race 2? 1 point gap for the championship. Can he do it? 1 sector to go, and this is getting a little bit close down the hill. He's got 5 turns to gap. As long as he doesn't mess his last sector up, he's got it. Through he goes. Kamikaze through the last couple of corners then. Well, the last time runs a bit deep, so Racelot hunting but cannot do it. It looks like he's just too far back into the last corner. Unless Kamikaze makes a mistake. Runs wide, but it looks to be then Kamikaze comes to the line to take the first victory of the final round and close the championship up to 1 point in Kamikaze's favour then. Cross the line, and Kamikaze is the first winner of the sprint race here in the final round then. From Sir Racelot, a close fought battle between the top two. Soup is going to get P3 then. Great stuff for him then, P3 in the race, and Kaiser across the line, and there's Soup doing his pirouettes then. Kaiser across the line. Looks like his championship is all but certainly in trouble now. I got P5. I don't know what happened there, but nice catch though, Sunshine. Caught it back together. Janet, nice going to finish P6 just
really
behind
lonely.
his teammate. Oh,
Really lonely P6.
Infinity P7. Battle going on between Fogarty and David Ben, by the way. They're still close together. Fogarty looks like he's just going to get P8 here in the end. So across the line, Neo Noster retired again, by the way. So a real shame there. I got 2-second penalty. That's not going to affect you too much. Fogarty crosses the line, P8. P9 there for David Ben. Waiting for Michael and Wim to cross the line then. And that will be the final for the sprint race. And I'm going to grab myself a drink very quickly whilst you go through the results when they come.
Yeah, unfortunately not a good result for the Happy New Year team. Really good team name, by the way. Michael and Wim, both in the Happy New Year team. Unfortunately not a happy, good result for this race for them. Both all the way down to last, unfortunately. But anyway, the final order. Kamikaze does what he needed to do to get himself into the championship battle. 1 point in front of Racelot coming into the next race. So whoever wins the race will be crowned champion. Racelot P2, really good battle. Supuler, after no practice, still 3rd position, really good from him. Kaiser is in 4th, Igor 5th, Janus is in 6th, Infinity is in 7th, Fogarty in a good 8th position, David Ben in 9th, Michael Nell and Wolf Stradamus from the Happy New Year team. Both Dutchmen will round off the order, and of course Leonostra unfortunately retired again. Still struggling in the SCAR in this season, and hopefully we'll see him next season anyway. Well, we're just waiting for the next race to start. Of course, everything's getting ready. Lobby's getting sorted out at the moment. But anyway, really good race once again. I will actually open up YouTube to watch the comments. Any questions, put them in the comments and we will try to answer them.
Indeed. Well, excitement is brewing for the final race. 1 point in Kamikaze's favour, Vector, and you have to wonder, can Kamikaze be a surprise winner of the championship? He was in 3rd in the championship. Now he's got it all to play for.
He's got it all to play for. There's 1 point difference. I think if nothing crazy happens, they will be 1-2 again. Their pace compared to the rest of the field is so overpowered, actually. And I think whoever wins the next race will be crowned champion. So it's got a really interesting climax for the championship.
Indeed. Well, expect the unexpected. Expect drama, excitement. The drama is definitely already here this season. We've had accidents, we've had incidents, we've had the most controversy we've seen in a season for a long time. And you have to wonder, and I still don't know, Vector, what happened to Igor. Kaiser in the group chat there putting a laughing emoji. So something's gone horribly wrong there, I feel.
Yeah, it must have been a hilarious situation, actually. It looked a bit interesting.
I
It
don't know how
looked
you
like
managed
he's
to end up
gone
there.
straight on and into the wall.
I don't know exactly, but he's flipped or something because his car was 90 degrees in the air, so God knows what happened, but whatever did happen, it didn't end well. I'll put it that way. And to say, P3 in that race, for a man who hasn't got any practice, Vector, top job. And I'd say driver of the day surely is going to go towards him, in my opinion, straight away for that result.
Yeah, of course, he is always at home in these RX light cars. But to get on the podium with such a competitive field with no practice, it's a really good thing he's just done. And let's hope that next race will be at least as positive for him as this last one. But anyway, I just can't wait to see who will become champion. One of the 2 VP boys will be going home with a trophy if nothing crazy happens, because
Yeah,
let's not forget that Kaiser still has a chance.
Mathematically, a small chance, but anything can happen. And we have got confirmation by what happened. Igor lost control of his car and completely hit the wall. And, well, it must have caused him to do some kind of barrel roll there, or front flip. Not exactly too certain how that happens, but either way, it happened, and that is gonna be interesting.
Alright, so we have got already the official order of the championship going into the next race. Kamikaze leads with 193 points. Behind him, VP Racelot with 192 points. The gap is 1 point. Behind those two.
Just got information below, so to cut over. They are now officially tied in first because Racelot got a point for pole position then, so they are tied on points into this last round.
They are tied on points. Well,
so
that's even more climatic then.
So whoever wins this is going home with the golden trophy. Whoever's going to finish second is going home with a silver trophy, and whoever finishes third is going to be bronze.
But anyway, Kaiser, the gap is 7 points. He's got 186 points, and behind them is a really big gap. 56 points is Joshua Luke. He's not here tonight. David Ben needs about 21 points to get 4th position off of him. If that's possible, we do not know. But they're getting ready for the really short formation lap. Just before the T2 line. I don't think you can see it on the map, but anyway, the big straight going vertical on the right side, that's where they will line up for the start of the race.
Indeed. So there is still a chance, Vector, for Kaiser to win, but for him to win, he needs to finish third. And so Racelot and Kamikaze needed to finish third and 4th, so he needs someone like Soup to be in P2. So something spectacular is going to happen here in this race for Kaiser to win the championship.
Anything is still all to play for, but my expectation is that it will be all about the VP boys. I think if nothing crazy happens, of course, they will just go and just drive away from the rest of the field. But of course, these cars, this track at least, as well, and this season has been really unpredictable. So I just cannot describe in words how excited I am to get this underway.
Well, here we go then. Formation snap begins. Wait 5 seconds. Away they will go then. So, and where do they go now? I suppose a few of them are building up the speed. Kamikaze there, rolling his way through the field then a little bit as everyone bunches up. There's Soup as well. And I do keep forgetting that it's not reverse grid. Like, it's been the whole season. It's a shame we haven't got reverse grids, of course. I would love to have seen it. Unfortunately, though, no reverse grid, so Racelot will lead this field away. Then, so they really need a miracle for this to happen. But the first corner is now going to be a very tight right-hander. So this could end in one of two ways: happiness or absolute tears. Let's hope it's the first option, and hopefully we'll see if Soup can capitalise or Kaiser can capitalise. Anyone can capitalise if these top two get a little bit aggressive now. They know they're tied on points, so they're going to go at it with absolute hammers. Hammers and lots of more hammers. Expect World War III in VP here, boys, because we're getting ready for a championship decider with a championship tied on 0 points.
Kamikaze can dictate when we're going full throttle, so he will go with an advantage into the first corner. But like we see last time, anything can happen, and it will usually does.
Let's get ready to go then. Kamikaze squeezing his teammate a little bit now, and now he's going, I believe. Yes, he is going. Good start then from Kamikaze. Soup, the top three all very close together then. So it's a good start from Soup and Kamikaze. So Racelot as well, but so Racelot under pressure from Soup now into turn 1. Are we going to see it clean into turn number 1 here on the formation lap? No, we're not, because Janus goes around into the wall. Are we going to see anyone else going off? It looks like they all got away with it, but Kamikaze leads from Sir Racelot again then in the second start then of this race then. As he now comes down up the hill for the first time. 17 minutes to go, and already Sir Racelot needing to attack Soup there. Igor and Kaiser down in P6. He's had a shocking first couple of corners, and that is the last thing he wanted to see. It was him dropping further down the field.
Yeah, the top three, I must say, already punched the gap. Subcooler might actually play a part in this. If he can take the position of one of the VP boys.
God.
Oh, Igor!
Igor again hits the wall. There's all carnage going on. I think got another car off. Yes, we have. That's David Ben off the road. Someone else into the wall, and there's signs flying everywhere. Something's hit the cows. The cows have been murdered as they're now coming side by side. Oh my dear Lord, this is going to end. He's got to have to back off.
He's going to back off. Wisely so.
Kamikaze leads from Sir Racelot from Soup. Top three together, top three pulling away. That was a mega crash low from Igor. That drops him right down the back of the field. Lucky no one else involved there. That's incredibly fortunate there. Kamikaze though, now can he be the most surprise victory here today?
He could be, or he could not be. And it's still a 50-50 chance in my opinion. But anyway, anyone still in the race? All 12 drivers all the way down the back.
Someone hits the wall. Another car hits the wall there in the background.
Janet's.
Yeah, Janet's there in the wall there, and someone else slightly forward. Soup now drops back 1.4 seconds off the pace, so he's dropping back slowly, bit by bit. But it is Sir Racelot and Kamikaze's race to lose now. It's theirs to win, but theirs to lose. If one makes a mistake, they both could go off. Soup really now just sitting there wondering, can I win this race if these guys bow too hard? Because I presume he knows now. He's read it in the chat ladder. They're tied on points, so they're going for it. And Soup, you have to wonder if he was finished the other races, of course, he could be right up here. And So
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Yeah, he's trying, but can't do it. He has the inside line. He will have to back off that. Oh, a little bit sideways. How he caught that then, I do not know. That was
I
so
think he's
close.
gone really close now.
Soup's still there. This is incredible. Soup is punching above his weight right now. I say that, taps the ball and goes off. But either way, can he get any gap here? 15 minutes to go in this second race, in this feature race here today. My advice is already starting to die. This is incredible. So close to the top. So running wide, and so Racelot got a mega exit here. He's having a look round the outside. The two teammates barging and arching here up the top of the hill. Are they going to survive? They're getting close together round the outside. So Racelot has the long way round. He'll have to back off. There's no way. Surely around the outside. Lending Tier does do so. Tries the cutback. Nudges his teammate a little bit towards the wall there. Just had to settle behind. This is getting a little bit personal, Vectro.
It has been personal all season, I think. There are, of course, teammates. They do not hit each other off. But I think they will both want the personal glory, of course, and they're going all out, just like last week.
All out warfare then here in Bannochbrea. Scotland is frozen over. The birds
crash
are
at the back of
flying.
the fields.
Yeah, there's someone's gone
I'm
off down
afraid
there.
to
Neo.
cut away from the top two.
Neo, that's Neo's gone off that trail there, I think. Neo or Infinity, it's Infinity, my apologies, has gone off the road that. As looking at the mini-map and the timing screen that. So Racelot.
I don't want to miss any action of these two guys, because this is where it all comes down to.
He's trying everything, hits the wall, they're both going wide, are they going to keep it? Yes they are. How they've survived this sometimes, I do not know. Look at them pulling away from Soup now, but Soup has got a massive gap to Kaiser here. So Soup really is in the perfect position here to be on the podium and capitalise if these top two have an accident. Here we go then, Slipstream. Let's see. So Racelot is going to try around the outside. There's only Ray around the outside. He could try up the inside, but he's very brave to do it up the inside here. He's going to have a look. He thinks about it, backs off low. He realises, if I try that, we're both going in the wall. And of course, he wants to be sportsman as much as he can. Kamikaze's very aggressive though, especially here. You can just see squeezing him as much as he can there, giving him very little opportunity just to back off there. He is not allowing him any opportunity, and I fear this could end in contact, Vectro.
I don't think so.
He's going to have a look here around the outside.
Yeah,
so
I think he's through.
He is through. Back into the lead here in Scotland. He runs a bit wide though. Now Kamikaze has to try come through. We know that Sir Racelot was very quick earlier on and started to pull away, but now can he do it again? This is all for the championship here. Now it's all toward Sir Racelot. Now he's got a 5-point lead in the championship. Either way, it is going to be 5 point one way or the other, unless they both go off or something bad happens. Let's see. Kamikaze having a look around the outside. Side by side. Around the outside. He won't do it there. Surely not. Has to back off of that one. Now try and get a nice top of the hill. And try and reposition yourself then to the top. He has a think. Trying around the outside. We saw this last time. He couldn't do it. So Racelot gives him the space though. He says, are you going to try it? I'll give you the space. Let's see, around the outside, surely not there. No, he has to back off. Now tries up the inside. Oh, they hit each other. They do hit each other, and they both go off somehow. They survive. They're still together, and they're pushing it. And now Soup's caught right back up again. This is going to end one way or the other. Well, talking about one way or the other, there's Fogarty, Wim, and who else is that involved? There's a 3-race scrap, 4-race
Janet.
scrap. Janet, Wim, they're all together down the back of the field here, and that's what's going on down there. But we're so glued to the top, guys. We'd not noticed these guys, because look, all of a sudden they're coming back through.
They're side by side still.
Runs wide, and that's going to cost him.
Wide.
Yeah, that's going to cost him a bit of time there. You can see, look, cuts right back into it. So this is the driving at the utmost best I've seen. The best respect, the best drivers. The VP boys surely are going to have a talk after this one. They're gonna blow each other apart here, surely.
Let's see if anything goes right in the big cluster battle we've got in the midfield. Well, Janet's gone a bit wide. Wim goes through. I should say Michael goes through.
Yeah, Michael here, and they're side by side.
Team
That is...
side by side.
Oh, that's close. That's going to be very close up the hill. Surely not. Oh, they do go side by side up there. Oh, and into the wall.
Oh, there is contact though.
There is contact into the wall. That was... Somehow they survived the hill, but they didn't survive the landing. Now here goes Janice back around the outside. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can. Top two, 3 attempts to gap, still close together, and that's very, very close to the wall there for Kamikaze. 10 to go. About 3-4 laps remain in this race. Now we wonder, is the gap going to start opening? So Racelot has a 1.3 second advantage right now, and that is all he needs to do really, is have an advantage and hold the position. He will win the championship. But Kamikaze...
As it stands now,
yeah.
As it stands now, Racelot will become champion. Kamikaze needs to take the position if he's gonna win the champion. And he's got a cold, he's not feeling well today. It's all playing a part, I think. He's now got a 1.2 gap, but it's still not over.
This is getting absolutely kinetic, excitement, drama at its best. Who is going to come out on top between all these drivers? Who's going to come on top between 9th and 8th, though? And 7th, I suppose. There is 7th, just popping into our view there in front. That is Jan, Michael and Fogarty all very close together. Sorry, Michael, Jan and Wim, so to say. Fogarty's just a little bit up the road there. David Ben actually getting caught by Fogarty. So these two battling very hard together this season. They've been very close. Fogarty unlucky in some races. I got him a penalty, by the way, further down the field, by the way. So again, another penalty for Igor. That's a 1 second time penalty for him. Top two separated by 1.2 seconds, so it now starts to open up ever so slightly. That is a very side race of Kamikaze. You can really see Kamikaze is trying a lot harder here to close the gap. But is he trying too hard? Oh, in the background there's contact, and that is Michael, and there around the outside is Janet, and also Wim Strands around the outside as well. So it's all safe, and that is what happens.
The gap is closing slightly again, but I do not think enough. Kamikaze still needs to pull something out of the big hat if he wants to take the position, because Racelot is really on it right now.
Racelot's flying, Kamikaze's flying, they're matching each other's pace. Let's find their lap times are going to be very close, I'll imagine. And just look at all these cars. Great to see, by the way. But I thought we weren't going to have a field so close, but we are going to have a field very much the closest I've seen for quite a while now. Especially when a circuit this long, the cows are still grazing in the field, they're enjoying it there. In fact, some of them can't even look here, they're so terrified of the crash down there, they just can't look, half of them, over the bridge. And now they go for the next current laps then, 2-3 laps to go. Here today then for the last race, and 8 attempts to gap between the top two. With a championship that will be decided, whoever wins this race will become champion. So far, so Racelot is ahead.
Infinity also racked up a penalty.
Good spot.
Let's see how much seconds it will be. 1 second as well.
Looks like Kamikaze starting to struggle here. He's kind of just in that 1 second window here, but he's dropping back a little bit here. He closed up on the braking zone, so he seems a lot more brave on the brakes, Lovetra, doesn't he?
It's really hard to see, of course. They're so closely matched. I cannot pick anyone out, I think, who is better on the brakes or who's better through the corners. They're so similar on pace and tactics and driving. I just do not see any difference, and I think both of them, whoever will win the championship today, they will both deserve it.
Rocky, by the way, got past David Ben, meanwhile, in the battle for 5th and 6th. So those two have switched positions there, I've just noticed. So good to see. And there is David Benning with the pressure here from Jack. It's actually, they've both dropped into this battle here. So it's now 5th down to about 8th or 9th, very close together. This is an incredible battle here. But an incredible battle. Some of these battles everywhere during this season. It's been incredible. And I do have to say, I've thoroughly enjoyed it here. So much you have as well. It's been pleasant to commentate on this. I'm happy to get the call to commentate this league. It's incredible to have a relax after GT3 and just see some rally cars.
Kamikaze is going for it.
Yeah, he is going for it again. So he is coming back at it. He wants another bite of the bullet, but is the bullet going to be bitten hard or is it going to be bitten soft? Let's find out. Get a nice run here up against the wall. And this is the closest they've been for quite some while now. Down the hill they go then. I believe, let's have a look how much time remains in the session there. 5 minutes. And let's just find any little gap. He's going to have to launch one if he wants this. He's got to be desperate if he wants to win this championship. He needs to try something. The question is, does he want to risk it and taking him off and then getting a penalty or something?
It's a really tough question, and I'm just glad I do not find myself in that position, because my nerves will be racing through my veins. I'm pretty sure. Well, also Janus got a penalty, I think. Yeah, he's got a penalty.
Just a leak in the chat, by the way. Hopefully he gets better, but he's got a flu and he's been asleep for the past 3.5 hours. And big F and Infinity out of the session. Now that there is a huge sadness for Infinity there, and that's dropped him right out of any position he's going to be there. 5 temps between the top two, so Racelot and Kamikaze. There you can see on your screen right now. The VP boys are completely tying each other up there. They've got the knots and they're just running around each other here. The gap even. Stevens 9 temps to gap. And it's incredible that there are only 9 temps to gap. Oh, a little bit wide there for Kamikaze. Catches it together on his merry way. Super, by the way, I have to say, he's really impressed me this race for no practice.
It really has. It has a lowly 3rd position. It's not got the pace, of course, to battle with the VP boys, but that is, of course, a really high task to be able to battle with them, because they are just in a league of their own at this moment. He's got 12 seconds gap to Kamikaze, and he's also got a 4-second gap to Kaiser, so not that far away. Kaiser still can get the podium if you can push, but the championship is now out of his reach as of this moment.
Yeah, it's all looking good for one of these two, and it's going to be very wide for Kamikaze. He's pushing it to his limit. He really wants this, doesn't he, eventually? But the question is the risk too high? Does he want to risk going in the wall? Does he want to just try and catch up? It's so difficult. Kamikaze, he's just trying as hard as he can, but Racelot is just slightly ahead. And remember, we spoke to him earlier on. He said he was struggling this race, and look, he's now potentially going to win the championship.
Yeah, it is of course really hard to answer right now how they feel, how they will navigate this. I cannot find an answer on that.
It's so close, so tense. These drivers, they're normally in a party together. I suppose they are very much together intense right now. Anything can happen, and it very much will happen. The question is if and but it will happen, and where on the circuit can it happen? That's the question. Where is Racelot slow? Where is Kamikaze fast? So far, it just looks like they're quick everywhere, to be honest. They're so close. Kamikaze closing up a little bit, but then drops back. It's about... He gets within a second, but just stays about there, isn't he? That's right.
Yeah, and I believe in the party... The party they're both in. I think it will be really quiet there. I think they're both in full focus modus, and I think this also will be the last lap, because they cannot complete the lap time within 2 minutes 10. So if he wants to do it, Kamikaze, it needs to be in this lap.
It needs to be now, and he has to do it now. But Racelot just is there, just ahead. This season has gone forward and backwards between the pair of them. At one point, neither of them winning the championship. They were right down the field, and here we have go. Has a look, thinks about it, has to back off. He had that little dive there, so Racelot put the power down there, saying, "Don't try it, sunshine. You are not coming through. You're not finishing behind me again." And that is what Kamikaze's thinking here. He wants to get through. He was so close not to take his teammate out there.
I think it was a bit less close than it looked like. He was really calculated action, and there's also really calculated action.
This is the opportunity he's looking for now, side by side. He's going to have to take the lead. He is in the lead. He pulls ahead of his teammate, and out of nowhere, Kamikaze back into the lead on the last lap here. This is incredible. Into the lead.
Unbelievable. Now, Kamikaze, if he can stay in this position, he will be crowned champion with 5 points difference. Can he do anything about it, Racelot? Can he do anything?
Racelot rather flustered there. That was an incredible incredible move then. So the tied on point with 1 sector to go. Who is it going to be? So Racelot or Kamikaze? So Racelot drops to P2 on the final lap then, we presume, with 40 seconds to go. I don't know if they'll get another one in. So it's going to find out then. Kamikaze is in the prime opportunity to win the championship, but Sir Racelot, look, he's still there. He's still trying. He gets a good exit here, and he could be within a shout. Let's see. Nice toe down the straight. He's going to have to try something. We've got 1 corner to go, and don't take each other out, boys. Let's see then. 20 seconds to see who is going to be champion. Kamikaze or Sir Racelot. Into the last couple of corners they come. A good exit there from Sir Racelot. He gets a brilliant exit here, actually. Can he try one up the inside into the last corner? Surely he's going to have to try something. He doesn't, though. He doesn't look like he's done it, but a bad exit there. But I think Kamikaze is going to come to the line. They're so close. 2 tenths the gap. Kamikaze with a nice long run there down the straight. So Racelot's going to close right back up to him, but Kamikaze crosses the line and is the champion then, it looks like. He looks like he's done it just from Sir Racelot. Incredible.
Unbelievable. I've never seen a battle quite like that. I mean, just the whole season they've been so close together. They've got another retirement, by the way.
Yeah.
Looks like doing a spin again, but
doing his famous spin.
It matters about 2 tenths difference at the finish line and 5 points in the championship. What are your feelings right now, Evo? It's unbelievable. Maybe we can even get Kamikaze into the party to maybe even both the VP boys to congratulate them with, of course, the team championship. And of course, what a battle! Unbelievable.
Yeah, them in, but Fogarty going to finish across London. Ben in P6, Jan P7, Women P8, Igor P9, and Michael looks like to be P10. What an incredible finale this championship is foretold. Who could have expected that as David Benner plows into a wall there as he crosses the line? Incredible. I have never seen such a close finale in a championship. The last lap, the last couple of sectors, and it happens, and I have to say, we'll speak to the drivers in a few moments' time when they get here. But both the VP boys, well and truly, deserved there, and, well, I am absolutely lost for words. Well, the official
I invited them to the party. Hopefully they will join.
And there is a very happy Kamikaze then. But the official rundown then, Kamikaze wins, and with it, an absolutely incredible championship. So Racelot P2, Soup somehow finishes in P3 there. Kaiser P4, Fogarty P5, David Ben in P6, Jan and Wim P7 and 8, Igor P9 and Michael P10. Around Britain as well, because now we're all in Britain, everywhere is Britain. Well, looking at the top 2, they're both in the party. And well, chaps, congratulations on the most intense 20 minutes I've ever experienced in my entire life. To Kamikaze first, let us know your feelings, mate. Indeed, that run up the hill, by the way, so Racelot, to you, if I may. Were you expecting that to suddenly come out of nowhere? Because it looked like you were a little bit flustered there.
I mean, like, I always saw that he was fast in that one corner, so I saw he was getting closer and closer, so I knew he would be very, very, very close to make that overtake, and he did in the end, and he performed it excellently. Yeah, what can I say? Kamikaze drove absolutely brilliant in that race. That was by far one of the best races I've ever had on this game. Congratulations to Kamikaze on the championship. It is thoroughly deserved, and it's a great result for Team VP as well.
Indeed. Any questions there, Vetri?
Well, all I want to do is congratulate Kamikaze and congratulate you both on what a good battle. Throughout the whole race, you haven't lost each other out of each other's eyes, and just what a battle. I couldn't have imagined it to be any more tense. I was even feeling the tension when I was commentating over it. And just a question, was it really quiet in the party, or were you talking a lot to each other?
Silence. Absolute silence. We're both concentrated too much to talk.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I think that's like we've been so fast this season. It's because me and Kamikaze will set a lap time and then it will just alternate between who's fastest, and that's how we get so fast. It's because we full on push each other. So I think that's why we're such a great pairing. But great job to everyone on such a brilliant championship. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Indeed, let's see if we can get third place Super Vector if we may, and I have some things to say to him because that was an incredible for a man who hasn't done any practice. Top two here, and what do you think of Soup? By the way, beat Kaiser fair and square today. Do you think if he raced in the other rounds, he could have been a real threat this championship?
I mean, if you put in the practice, definitely, because as we all know, Soup is a fast and consistent driver, and if you can put in the practice enough, then you can be at the top. So absolutely.
Indeed, well, and there is Soup, and I have to say, my good old fellow commentator, congratulations on third position. How was it out there?
Slippy.
Very slippy.
No, I'm so happy with what two podiums with no practice. I'll take it.
Indeed, lucky as well in the race as well. Had a bit of contact as well with in the first race, I believe, was it not, with some drivers? Take us through the incidents.
Yeah, so we got off the grid, got a decent start, and I was still trying to, in a way, I was trying to kind of adapting to the track. Came over the hill. I was following Fogarty, I think. He went into the wall. It was kind of similar to Bathurst. He bounced off the wall and hit me, which I managed to do a beautiful 360 and keep going. And oh, I'm glad you saw that. Great. And yeah, had a really good battle with Kaiser and Igor as well. Managed to nab third on the last lap, where he had a horrible accident and rolled in the village. I don't know if you saw that, but he rolled.
So that's what happened then.
Yeah, we were turning into the village, and he went wide. He went side on into the barrier, and his car went 90 degrees into the floor.
Yeah, that is exactly what we saw. But of course, the thing is, Soup, though, it's a shame you weren't in the rest of the season, of course, as well. But what's your views on the battle with Kaiser this season? It's been forward and back, I suppose, and you are his closest rival, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, things could have been different in Bathurst. I actually had, I think, yeah, myself and him had a coming together in Bathurst, and I know for a fact, with the disconnections, of course, for Gordy and Kamikaze, I probably would have won that race had I not been hit. So it could have been a little bit closer, and obviously I missed Silverstone as well. So I'm happy where I am with the amount of rounds I did, and I want to actually say congratulations to Kamikaze and Gordy, and thanks for letting me practice with you so I could learn your lines.
It's been a pleasure.
Indeed. Now, we're going to do with this little thing. In one word, chaps, how would you rate this season? Kamikaze, you first.
Fantastic and yeah, fantastic.
Race a lot.
Sensational.
Soup.
Slippy.
Vector.
Unbelievable at times.
And I'm going to say
No.
brilliant. I can't think of the word. I'm just shocked. I don't even know.
Speechless.
Speechless. Yeah.
We need another one, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need another one for AOR.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sweden. If you don't know, by the way, at Silverstone, Vetro may not, as it was at Snetterton, may have not called Norway and Sweden the wrong way around. But apart from that, an incredible season, I have to say, from top to down, and from all of us here in AOR, we will see you, presumably, in GT3. Me at least, and hopefully we'll see some familiar faces. I believe Kamikaze is not running in GT3, and of course everyone else is. So it's going to be interesting. We will see you soon. This has been Apex Online Racing. My name's been Evil. Vetro has been Vetro. Joining us as per usual is our beautiful drivers, Cam, Sir Racelot, and Soup. We will see you.
And next time, we will see you with GT3. And that's going to be an amazing season, so be sure to put it in your agenda. And I already can't wait to drive or commentate on that season.
Indeed. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Until next time, from the box, see you soon. Goodbye.